Other ways to express condition. Part 1. In a previous lesson, you learned how to make conditional statements that are true in the present and future. You also learned that most of these conditional sentences will contain if. However, there are many other terms we can use to express condition in English, including only if not, if so, unless, provided, and as long as. In part 1 of this lesson, we will focus on how to use only if so, and if not. Good morning.
Good morning.
Another day at work.
Yep.
I will only make it through this day if I have some coffee.
That sounds perfect. Let's go.
We use only if to emphasize a condition. You heard, I will only be able to make it through this day if I have some coffee. Notice that only is in the main clause and if, of course, is in the dependent clause. However, it's possible to say this in another way. I will be able to make it through this day only if I have some coffee. Now, only and if appear together in the dependent clause. Using only if is stronger than using if alone in a sentence. That's some good coffee.
Can I have a sip? Mine is all gone.
Only if you write this report for me, can you have a sip?
No way. I don't want it that bad.
Suit yourself. Let's talk about what you heard. You heard, only if you write this report for me, can you have a sip? Now, this may sound a little funny to you. That's because when we begin a sentence with only if, we invert the auxiliary and the subject. Ordinarily, we say, you can have a sip. But in this case, we say, only if you write this report for me, can you have a sip? This is true for other auxiliary verbs as well. Let's take a look at another example. You know, I ride my bike to work nearly every day. Very rarely do I take the bus. I don't really like riding the bus. But there is one condition under which I will take the bus instead of my bike. Only if it rains do I take the bus. Notice here, because only if is at the beginning of the sentence, we need to invert the auxiliary and the subject. This is not true when only if is in the middle of the sentence. If you're wondering why we included the auxiliary verb do, it's because the subject is I and the tense is the simple present. Okay, let's look at another clip.
So, I see that the energy from your coffee has finally worn off. Can't talk? Oh, are you too tired? If so, nod your head. Well, you have to get up. You have to get motivated. If not, you will be here all day.
if so. We use if so to shorten an if clause. And if the condition is obvious or has already been stated in some way. You heard, "Are you tired? If so, nod your head." If so is replacing if you are tired. There's no need to repeat if you are tired because it was just asked. If not is used in the exact same way, only with negative sentences. You heard, "You have to get up. You have to get motivated. If not, you will be here all day." What do you think if not is replacing? That's right. If you don't get up and get motivated, you will be here all day. Again, it's not necessary to repeat this idea because it's just been said. So we can simply say, if not. That concludes part 1 of this lesson. You learned how to use only if so, and if not to express condition. See you for part 2 soon. Goodbye.